All right, we are live. Welcome, everybody. Happy New Year. Real quick, before we get started, if you can hear me okay, please put a 1 in the chat. Let me adjust this. And let me quickly check my settings here. Make sure it is on. Perfect. Awesome. All right. Yes, I hope everyone had a wonderful New Year's Eve. And let's see here. Just a quick shout out to Leslie, a local out here in Utah. Um, Thank you so much for becoming a member and supporting this channel. You are so awesome. Thank you so much. Um, and Unravel sent me something. Just real quick, Unravel. I appreciate you sending me that in. I will show like a partial of what you sent me, but I don't want to show the whole license plate just because even though I'm sure probably it'll be posted to social media, I want to be responsible because I'm sure if that is the right plate, then maybe it's a fake plate and it owns somebody that owns that actual plate has no involvement in this case. And the last thing I want to do is to show their license plate, the full thing. But I'll show partial of what you sent in to me. So I appreciate that. Um, yeah, it's amazing what you can do with this technology. So anyway, holy cow, we almost got 500 in here when we just started. Thank you guys so much. This will be kind of a short show. I do have a few things that I've been looking at the CCTV footage. That's been kind of my main focus. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am Chris with Monsters Under Our Bed. We cover true crime, mystery, to the missing, and we always like to give back by featuring missing people at the beginning of the show. So today we have Michaela Buckner. She was last seen, let's see, December 28th, so it's like 3 days ago, approximately, in leaving her home in American Township, which is Lima, Ohio. She has extreme scoliosis, cannot walk long distances. Her family is pleading for help for anyone who might know of her whereabouts. She is just 16 years old, 5'4", 145 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. In the notes, it says she was last seen wearing light blue yoga pants, blue t-shirt, and a Notre Dame hoodie. If you have any information, you can contact the Lehman Police Department at 419-227-4444. And also there's a QR code here that you can scan. I don't know if that's big enough to scan or not. I don't know if that'll work or not, but maybe. And if you want some more info on that. But anyway, once again, Michaela, missing out of Lima, Ohio. Looks like there is a reward. It doesn't say how much, but if anybody's watching from that area or around that area, please be on the lookout for Michaela. All right. And yes, we also, as my wonderful mods mentioned, we do take special requests. So if you have a family member or a friend that recently went missing or been missing for a while, you can email me and I'd be more than happy to feature them in an upcoming live show. That is something I wouldn't have this channel if it wasn't for you guys. And that's kind of one of the ways I can give back to you guys, the public. That's what this channel is about, is helping out cold cases of missing persons. Okay, so getting on to Savannah Soto. I do have a poll going here, which is pretty one-sided. So for anyone that's wondering, we almost have 300 votes. I was asking you guys, do you think the persons responsible will be caught? Right now, overwhelming 85% yes, with 10% not sure and about 3% no. So I think most of you think, and I think so too. It may take a little bit, with the holidays, hopefully we get some news maybe in the next couple days. I would think they know what kind of truck that is, who was possibly driving it. It's just matter of fact, if they can find them. Did they cross the border? Did they go to Mexico? So many variables. So I'll leave that poll up for a little bit, but it looks pretty clear. I think most of you agree, and let's hope that happens. So for anybody that is not familiar with this case, we'll do just a recap on it, and then we'll get into the CCTV footage and some of the things that I kind of discovered along with others. I can't just say it's just me. There's a lot of people that are obviously looking at the surveillance footage and else. So, but just to kind of run through the timeline for anybody that's not familiar with this case. Let me clear that real quick. So this is Savannah Soto. She was 18 years old. She was 9 months pregnant. She was last seen with her boyfriend on December 22nd. They were leaving their home in Leon Valley in Texas. Leon Valley is pretty much just on the outskirts of San Antonio right there. Now, in the early notes, it said that Soto had an appointment for that next morning because she was 9 months pregnant. She was actually kind of overdue. So she was actually going to have an induced labor that next day, December 23rd. But after not hearing from either one of them, they did call and report, I think, both of them missing. And so here's her missing person poster. And here is, I'm not sure if it's this apartment complex or the one across the street, but it's on Grisham Road in Leon Valley here. So she was last seen with her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, at the apartment complex. They were reported to be in a gray 2013 Kia Optima, which belongs to Guerra, her boyfriend. After Soto was reported missing, law enforcement did as a matter of fact, well, in the notes it said law enforcement did a welfare check, but I did see an interview where it said, what was it? The father and stepmother had an interview of Guerra, and the dad said that he actually went over to the apartment and kicked the door open, but didn't find anything suspicious. So I'm not sure, but that's when I came across the notes, that's what was reported. But in the interview, it was said that the father actually kicked down the door. Hold on. I have my little space heater because it's cold. So back to the timeline. So yeah, there was no sign of foul play at the apartment. And then, of course, she had her appointment coming up that next morning. And the mother said that she had showed up, hoping that they would show up, for this appointment for the induced labor. But unfortunately, her daughter and the boyfriend did not show up. So she went to social media pleading for the public's help to find her daughter, which is very sad. Yeah, I think it was the dad and stepmother. I could be wrong. I only saw the interview once. So don't quote me, but I know it was family related to him. And then, of course, they put out a clear alert, which is kind of something like an amber alert for adults with certain specifics. And that was literally posted on December 25th, Christmas Day, which is absolutely terrible. And then one day after, things couldn't get any worse, around this time of the holidays, on December 26th, shortly after 4 p.m., two bodies, later identified as Savannah and Matthew, were found dead in the Kia at an apartment complex not too far from where they were last seen. It was approximately about 3 miles from where they were last seen. And we'll look at from where they were discovered, where they were last seen, and where they were discovered, which wasn't very far. Move on to the next one. So yeah, this is where they were last seen off Grisham Road, and then approximately 3 miles away off of 5900 Danny K Drive. There's a apartment complex. I think it's like the medical apartments or something like that. Is where the vehicle is found. In the report, they say that the vehicle, I'm not sure, was it the vehicle or the bodies? I don't know if they clarified, but they said that they were clearly had been deceased for multiple days. So, and they didn't put a timeline or a timestamp on their surveillance footage. Now, San Antonio PD said that this would be a capital M case with the circumstances. It is believed that the Kia car could have been there for a few days with the bodies left in the car. I think what happened is we don't know exactly who found the car, but then they notified the parents, and then the parents came out and along with the SAPD, and of course now it was a crime scene. Then shortly after that, then they would release this basically about 1 minute clip of CCTV footage showing at least two persons of interest, but we believe there's three people, two people in the truck, and then one driving the Kia. And this was actually taken real close to where the car was discarded, sadly. And we'll look at all the locations here in a little bit.
We want to go out to San Antonio, Texas next, where we're getting new information from police after a pregnant teen who had been missing since Friday was found dead on Tuesday in San Antonio.
So I'm going to let this play for a second so I can get to chat, and then we're going to start getting into the surveillance footage. Holy cow, we're well over 1,000 people in here. Thank you guys so much. Holy cow.
Family confirming that 18-year-old Savannah Soto and her boyfriend were found dead in a car
at some
medical apartments located in San Antonio. Soto was 9 months pregnant and a week past her due date, according to her family. Now we're hearing from San Antonio police as they've put this out on X earlier today, saying that anyone with information on this dark-colored pickup truck with a bed cover or the two persons of interest seen in this video is encouraged to contact authorities. You can also remain anonymous when providing information in this case. But you'll remember during that news conference on Tuesday, as we brought it to you live, police described this case as very perplexing, and so we're starting to learn a little bit more and more about it. But you can see this truck that they're referring to here, as well as two individuals at the beginning of the clip. So they're really trying to get a lot of information here as to what happened in this interaction between the two vehicles. Of course, this comes after the tragic news that both were found dead on Tuesday. And police also implied at the time that they may have been there for several days before they were located. So let's bring you out to this up.
Okay. So I just want to play that for a second so I can read chat for a minute. Give the stream a thumbs up for Chris and all he does, keeping us up to date. I hope they catch the culprits. If it's gang related, people stay quiet. Yes. Yeah, which is interesting. There's no reward yet, which is kind of surprising. Maybe that will change. Maybe they know more than we do, and maybe they know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised with this surveillance footage. And then we're also going to look at the surrounding area. Somebody on Reddit, and I got to make sure I shout them out, literally did a ton of homework on the surrounding area around this area where the car was ditched. And oh my gosh, they literally went down every street, and we're looking for any ring cams or traffic cams, and oh my gosh, there is tons. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have more footage. Obviously, this is typical. We usually get, something for the public they'll release, but then they'll hold on to a lot more that, we don't know about until, a trial or whatever. But thank you so much, Sensei. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. Oh, Adam Malone donated. Oh, yeah, I just got Adam's email as well. Let's see here. Oh, gosh, I'm missing a bunch here. Angie, seriously, one of the kindest humans in true crime community. Thanks for all your hard work. Thank you so much, Angie. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, we do more than just true crime. We actually help work on cold cases. Right now it's winter time, so we're kind of hunkered down, but when spring comes along, we actually go out and work. So I've done like the Dylan Rounds case, Evansdale we've worked on and continue to work on, and then some cases that are not as big. But yes. Lone Pony, thank you so much for becoming a member and supporting this channel. You are so awesome. And there he is. Adam Malone made you some music for you to use a gift tagged on X. Thank you so much, Adam. Like I said, I just got your email before I went live, so I will definitely check that out after the show. Thank you so much. All right, shall we get into some of the stuff since we already got, holy cow, by the time I get to start, we'll have 2,000 people in here. All right, let's get into what I discovered. And like I said, a lot of the stuff that I've probably discovered, people have as well. So, you know, let me get the right one out here. But I just kind of wanted to break down every little detail that we can about this truck and anything else that's surrounding it. So let me get this in the right spot here. Give me just a second. Blow it up so you guys can see it. Okay, that should do it. I see a lot of people wishing Happy New Year. Thank you so much. I wish I could get to every comment, but we'd be here all night with 1,500 people in here. Thank you guys so much. All right, so starting off once again, I really wanted to kind of see all the little details I can about this truck. And one of them, there's multiple, but when you look at a Chevy Silverado, which I'm guessing this is somewhere around a 2013 in that generation, you know, a 1,500 four-door, would it be crew cab? I think is what they call it. But one thing I noticed is it appears to be silver rims. Now, I know that's nothing, you know, mind-blowing, but we can tell the difference between the rims on the Kia, which we know are dark, as we see here. Here's a picture of the Kia. This is when they found them. So we know they have some dark rims. You'll notice how it's kind of got a shine here. So we know that this Chevy Silverado's got silver rims with the shine here. I know that's nothing huge, but there's a lot that do have like dark ones, different, but I know that's kind of a more common one. Another one that's interesting is we can see the handles clearly illuminate. So I would assume that those are silver as well, which is a little bit more, I would say, unique because, you know, you have dark ones. Sometimes they're colored with the same color as the vehicle itself. So it's interesting. So whatever color this is, obviously some kind of darker color truck, does have the silver handles. And then there's something that I had to play over and over and over and over. And I think it's even more unique. I mean, especially when you combine them all, because then you can really narrow down this truck. Oh, I was just pointing out how the handles on the thing, that's what I was doing there. Compared to the handles where we can see that there's kind of a glare where the handles are. So clearly silver handles. But the other thing is the emblem for the Chevy. And I had to replay it a bunch of times because you can kind of see something here. And I tried to run a bunch of different filters, light filters, dark filters, and I couldn't quite get it to come out until I ran it through an AI enhancement. And I finally was able to get that gold out because I think that's very unique as well. Like I said, when you take them all and put them all together with the silver rims, the silver handles on the truck, and then this gold emblem, because there's usually a dark emblem or the gold one is the most common. So this truck here, as you can see, would be a prime example of what this truck could be. And so I know it's probably hard to see what you guys are looking at, but I'm going to run a enhancement and you'll see it pop out. And here it is. So you can clearly see, and I'll go back, and you can clearly see the gold kind of come out a little bit there. Because like I said, usually you have a dark emblem and or this gold one, as we see here on this one. And I'm pretty sure this is a gold emblem. And like I said, there's so many different makes and models. Oops, I'm getting ahead of myself. But if we were to just look at Rado 2013. I know there was a lot going on in chat. I'll get to it here in just a second. But just to show you guys, so here, just for example, here's one. Notice it's got, well, that's not the one I want. That's the one I want. So as you can see, yeah, it's got the gold and the silver, but notice the handles are colored the same as the truck. This is the example I was using. Where's that dark emblem? There it is. There it is. So then you have, nope, that's not the one. Anyway, there's the darker one too. Sometimes it matches the color of the car. But like I said, when you bring all those together, I think it does kind of give you some more details. But notice the handles. A lot of them are either black or they match the color of the vehicle. So I think that's kind of interesting. Along with the rims, I know the rims are kind of more common. But I think with all those details combined, I think that should give you an idea. Now it's just trying to figure out the exact color. To me, it's kind of tough. Definitely like either, I don't know if it's black, but it's definitely dark. Maybe maroon. It's kind of tough to tell. But anyway, so moving on to the next thing, and then I'll get to chat here, is the driver of the Kia. And so I think, and of course, somebody had pointed this out before I even noticed it, but I think I agree that this looks like a female with a kind of a ponytail. And then there was something else I noticed when I kept replaying it back and forth. So we're going to look at this in slow motion. She's going to come out, come back in, come out, come back in here in just a second. Of course, driver of the truck's going to wipe down the door handle that he just came in contact with. And this person comes out. And when you keep watching that replay of her coming in and out, there's these couple of frames where you can almost see what looks like the bun or the knot kind of up high. And so I tried to run that through enhancement, and this is probably the best one I could do. And so here it is right here. So here she is, and you can kind of see this like bump go up right here. So instead of kind of just going natural round, there's a little bit more shadow that goes up, almost like there's a knot up at the top. So, you know, I think it's definitely a possibility. This could be a female driver that has a ponytail with a knot. Don't know 100%, but so let me get to chat for a minute. GG Rodders, I know I'm not the police, but it's a F-150. You think it's a Ford F-150? Now they said Chevy Silverado. They didn't give any other details than that. And you got to keep in mind that they have the technology to look at it better. And we're going to see some stuff that are that people have done that's just absolutely amazing. Jay Stein, I'm really impressed. Chris is the best show I've seen anyone do on this case so far. Thank you. There's a lot of content creators that have done an amazing job on this. So I cannot. But I appreciate that. Olivia, thank you so much for the $5. Sorry, I got something in my throat. Thank you, Olivia, for the $5 super sticker. Sharon, with the $1.99, thank you so much. You were so sweet. And Black Witter coming in with the 5 gifted Mob Crew memberships. Thank you so much, Black Witter. If you got gifted, please thank Black Widow. That is very sweet. Adam disagrees. It's not a ponytail. I think it's a dude on the right in the hallway video. Look at his goofy hair, then this video again. Oh, I think I know which video you're talking about. The ring cam footage that a lot of people have been playing. If we get a chance, maybe we'll look at it. I haven't really dived into that, Adam. My apologies. I've been mainly focused on this footage, so. But yeah, I don't think it's a Ford truck. There are some similarities, but yeah, with them coming out and saying it's a Chevy Silverado, it tells me that they probably already know more details than we do, and we'll kind of dive deeper into that. But in my opinion, to me it looks female, but you know, obviously we're just looking at a very blurry image, so you know, it's just clearly speculation. But so here's a couple of new things that came out. So here was something that was released, and this was sent to me like an hour ago. I don't know who did this, so I wish I could give them credit. If anybody knows, let me know in the chat. I would love for them to get the credit. But this is interesting. This is one of the programs that I'm sure the SAPD is doing. You can get this kind of program, and it's really just tailored for enhancing certain things for surveillance footage, and especially they literally have a license plate like program that you can use for surveillance footage, which looks like this was used. And it seems like we can kind of make out a couple of numbers here. We've got what looks like 2 8s, and here, let me play it a little bit. I think I blow it up a little bit better. But just to kind of show you what a Texas license plate looks like, it's kind of hard to tell. It appears to look like a Texas license plate. I even heard somebody mention, what was it? The license plate. A handicap. That's the word I was trying. A handicap on it. I don't know if that's like a handicap symbol or something. Anyway, it looks like 2 8s and then like 2 2s or something, 2 7. Anyway, Unravel sent me something. I'm gonna only show part of it because I don't want to show the whole thing because it belongs to a Dodge Ram, and this could belong to somebody that's most likely has nothing to do with this case, and the last thing I want to do is show their entire license plate, and then people go and, you know, possibly harass them, and I don't want that on my conscience. So give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and take the screenshot, but I'm just not going to take the whole thing. But clearly, if they say it's a Chevy, clearly this is not a Dodge Ram. So it wouldn't surprise me if they had used a switched the license plate or a fake license plate, something like that. So this was what's sent to me. They believe this is it. If you know what it is, please don't put it in chat. Thank you, Unraveling. I was just thinking about it before I started the show. Just because it most likely belongs to somebody that probably has nothing to do with this case, and I don't want them to get harassed. Let me pull this back up. So that does, this definitely looks like an 8 right here. And then it says 4-4. It's kind of rough to see these two numbers on the side, but it's definitely possible that could be it. But again, like I said, they have that surveillance program, but that they can use that will enhance license plates, which is pretty amazing. I'm just reading chat here. I'm getting a bunch of different information. And true. That's true. Keep in mind, this could be, yeah, that is very true. Thank you, Sammy G. Yeah, take this all with a grain of salt. Everything that we're showing right here, definitely just speculation. Harley Ryder says, in my opinion, the truck is a 2-door extended cab, not a 4-door crew cab. Also has a bed cover. I think it's a 4-door. Wait, now does the 2-door extended? No, because it's 2 doors. I don't know. I think it's a 4-door in my opinion, because if you see you see the silver handles. See how they light up right here and right here? I mean, they're quite distinctive. And obviously, because they're metal, they're shiny. That's why we can see them. And they're just perfectly spaced apart. And when he gets out, you can see where the back of the truck is. So you have this whole area right here. To me, I think it's a 4-door. I could be wrong. But yeah, who knows? It could be, but I think it's a 4-door personally. Let me get to this. And Aztec Girl, thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. You are so sweet. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. Okay, we got a little bit more to go over. Okay, so moving on to the next thing here. You take a sip here. Oh yeah, and I'm going to show you guys where all this surveillance footage is at. It's crazy. So this is where the surveillance footage was taken. I'm sure if most of you have been here and followed this case probably know. And then, yeah, we'll talk a little bit about the motive towards the end here. But so this is Colonius Medical Apartment, I believe is the name of it. This is kind of in the back area. And, you know, the key is kind of coming around the corner. The truck's just kind of coming in frame. So that means the camera's kind of situated up on this building and on the side here. Unfortunately, we don't have a timestamp. You know, who knows? This could have been December 22nd, that night. If they were found on December 26th, let's say if they said 3 to 4 days, then that would really mean that, yeah, that could have been, that surveillance video could have been December 22nd that night. Then they found the car. The car was actually found real close to where the surveillance footage was. I think I said 100 feet, but I meant to say 100 yards. But here's where the surveillance footage was. It looks like they literally just drove right to this corner here and parked it like right where this car is at. And here's somebody driving past it while it's parked. But there's a lot of things that we could tell that this is where it's at. The house in the background where we're on ground view, this long, narrow road, the parking on both sides. And yeah, so there's the house in the background. So obviously where the footage was taken to where they were found, it was all right there, sadly. And then we're going to look at a little bit of footage of them close up examining the car. There's a couple of details that we can see. It's something that I'm still working on. There's nothing graphic, or I would show it. Oh, this is me. Let me fast forward this a little bit here. So here is them examining the car. there was something that kind of stuck out to me right away. Let me know what you guys think in chat. But that looks like the car seat right there. Let me know in chat. Do you guys think that? To me, that looks like the car seat, just kind of sitting there. Now with the back window, you know, it's tinted, so you can't really see anything. And same with this one, it's lightly tinted. So, I mean, there's nothing graphic. There are some things that these guys are looking at that I've been trying to kind of like zoom in and see, but there hasn't been anything that's really stuck out. Clearly they're looking in the rims. But yeah, it definitely appears to be a baby seat sitting right there. Let me know what you guys think. That to me that looks like you know, some kind of car seat, excuse me. Taylor Garza, thank you so much for becoming a member and supporting this channel. Thank you, and happy holidays. Plates could be stolen. Yeah, that would not surprise me. Especially, you know, some people say possibly cartel. Well, we'll talk motive here in just a bit. Canvas and crime. Chris, when the Kia door opens, you can see a reflection that I believe are the headlamps of another vehicle. Can you check, please? I know exactly what you're talking about, and it bugs the heck out of me. We will look at that. I've been looking at that too. For sure. Thank you so much, Canvas and crime. The family knows, but they are scared of the Texas Mafia, maybe uncle or cousin from rival gang. I wouldn't put it past it to be some kind of gang activity. Just because, like I said, we'll talk about if anybody's not 100% on or up to date on this case in the background when it comes to these the victims. Sadly, they were kind of in a you know, dangerous lifestyle, especially the boyfriend. Britta says the relative that found the car stated the plates were wrong, had been changed if true, which is likely. Probably so on the truck as well. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Patrick says, Chris, it's a Ford taillight lens show it the white goes around corner. Chevy do not. Interesting. Hutch J61, thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. You are so awesome. Yep, I'm getting to it. I think we got them all. Unless, yep, I think we got them all. Unless somebody sent me a PayPal or something. Let me know if it's a PayPal. Okay, so let me go back to that thing, and then we got a few more things. But what Canvas and Graham was talking about, and there's something else I am looking into, is, so there's some things going on where you see this reflection, and yeah, it's bugged me. And I don't know if it's her shadow. Let me back this up just a little bit. Because when she comes out, is exactly when you start seeing some glare. Notice when she comes out, notice this area right here. It changes. I'm wondering if that's like her shadow or their shadow. I mean, we don't know it's a female. If it's their shadow casting off something. But yeah, I noticed that as well. And it's kind of bugged me because I'm like, the reflection would make sense because if we look at the shadows, if we look to the left, look at the shadows. So the lighting is, the shadows are going to be casted to the viewer's right-hand side. So it would make sense that there's Because when she comes out, there is some kind of something going on right here, which, yeah, has bugged me. And I'm just wondering if it's shadow. Like, is the dash from inside the truck's vehicle shining on the door of the Kia? And then when she gets out, she's casting a shadow on that. And that's why we're getting all this weird movement down here. That's kind of my guess, but I could be wrong. But yeah, that's definitely caught my attention as well. Very interesting, but oh yeah, I never thought about the taillights. So yeah, the taillights. So here's my example. Oh, actually, this is probably a bad. But yeah, see, they wrap around here. See, we're looking on the other side. So yeah, they wrap around. I mean, there's a lot of things. I was looking at. It's got the brake lights at the back. I mean, a lot of trucks have that as well. I mean, SAPD, came out and said it was a Chevy Silverado. So it tells me that they probably know much more than we do for sure. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the. Let's see, did I have any more here? And I think most of you were saying it was baby seat. Let me go back to that. Sorry, we've got so many people in here. Holy cow, 3,000. My goodness. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, they weren't touching anything, but yeah, I was kind of noticing when they were walking around the car. I'm like, I know Steve would be like, man, get those gloves on. But it doesn't look like they were touching anything. Wow, 3,000. I don't know. I don't know if I had 3,000 in my channel before or not. I think maybe one time with the Dylan Rounds case. So thank you so much. If you can, please hit that like button. It helps us to channel out so much. Which family found the car? From what I understand, is somebody found the car. We don't know exact person that actually discovered the car first, and then they alerted the family, and then they came, and then I think SAPD. I mean, I'm sure once they got notified, they notified SAPD, and so they all kind of came out. That's why the family was kind of there when they were out there, and there's some really disturbing scenes with them, crying, and it's just terrible. Look at the tail lights; it tells a lot. Okay, if we get some time, we'll go back to the tail lights. I'll see if I can get an example from a Chevy, and then maybe something else, and we can look at that. Christina Schreif, thank you so much. Happy New Year. Gifted another Mob Crew membership. That is so sweet of you. Thank you so much. Lone Pony says the plate was changed from paper to permanent. The plate number on the clear alert was for a paper plates, right? Yeah, because it was supposedly temporary tags, as they would call them. April, Happy New Year, Chris. Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you so much, April. Good to see you. Happy New Year. You think, oh, see, a lot of people are saying that. It's interesting. I think it's a reflection of headlights of a car in front of them. Maybe somebody who picked her up after she left the car. Ooh, interesting. Okay. We'll definitely go back one more time and look at that. Let's talk about the motive real quick. I'm not going to spend too much time on that, and then we'll go back and look at this example. Oh, and I haven't even showed you guys. Let me just show you guys before we go to the motive. This guy on Reddit, I got to find him. Did an amazing job, and I'll find the person's username. But look at all this work they did. So the vehicle, let's see, the vehicle is found here. Oh wait, let me narrow this down. This is truly some amazing work. Like, very thorough work. So they were going down Google Drive and locating like different cameras and literally screenshotting them. Fortunately, I can't zoom in right here, which is a bummer. But if you look at the road, so let's see, this is where the car was found right here. And you look at all these blue lines, there's a camera here, surveillance camera right here, surveillance camera right here, store right down the street with the surveillance camera. And it goes on. This guy went around kind of the block, went down Google, Google Earth or Google Maps, went down the streets, and pointed out all of these houses, businesses in the surrounding area that have cameras. And holy cow, there are a ton. There's street cameras, there's local cameras. So, and look at this one. I mean, this is the neighborhood that's kind of, a few blocks over. I mean, just look at all these blue lines and all of these screenshots. I mean, this is amazing work. Really amazing work. So hopefully he sent that over to them and they get to canvass. I wouldn't be surprised if they've already canvassed a lot of that area. But still, amazing work. But anyway, just a little bit to talk about on the motive. Let's see here. Excuse me. So I know there was a couple of things going around. We know that there was some bad blood. So if anybody doesn't know, there was kind of a rocky history.
First at 5, family members of a murdered teenager.
Sorry, that's a little loud. So just a little bit of backstory to the family. Savannah Soto's family sadly suffered another tragic death of one of her sons. So she had a younger brother, Ethan Soto, pictured here, brother to Savannah. And Victor Rivas, who was 18, is the prime suspect. He was the one that took Ethan's life. This was because apparently Ethan had robbed Victor of stealing some THC cartridges. That's, marijuana related stuff. And so this was in retaliation because he had robbed from them. And what's really sad is the mother apparently even tried to contact this Nathaniel to pay for the stolen cartridges. But unfortunately, he wouldn't meet up with her, which is really terrible. I mean, it's just terrible. And anyway, so what they did is they sent like an underage girl to lure Ethan out to do like some kind of deal. And then, of course, they ended up shooting him. So, absolutely terrible tragedy. And then when they were in court is when this happened. Oh, not that video. Is when this happened.
Accused of attacking the man on First at 5, family members of a murdered teenager accused of attacking the man on trial for it right in the middle of a Bexar County courtroom. 4 people, including 2 minors, now charged with assault as well as impeding a court proceeding after this melee in the 144th District Court. Dylan Collier live now with how this attack unfolded. Unbelievable, Dylan.
Certainly is, Ursula. This was supposed to be a routine hearing.
So anyway, some speculate that this was in retaliation to that because the family attacked Nathaniel, and that was kind of a retaliation, and that's why they killed Soto and her and Matthew. But I don't think so. I mean, that's definitely a possibility, but I'm trying to find this. There it is. But for anybody that doesn't know, Matthews Guerra's lifestyle was kind of a dangerous one. Obviously, he was kind of into criminal activity. He was dealing. He was also posting pictures like this, which, you're just asking to get robbed. You're taking pictures with stacks of money. And then there was also, I've never even heard of Telegram until now, but apparently he posted on his Telegram that he was getting like new product in, and which is interesting is that the day that he was going to get these new products, I'm sure you guys can read between the lines on what I mean by product, that the day that he was supposed to be getting this stuff in is the day that they went missing. So I think, in my opinion, it's a good possibility that this was more like kind of gang related, some kind of deal gone wrong, maybe. I know some people mentioned the cartel. There was somebody that called in on the Pascal show, which we love the Pascal show. And I guess she's very familiar with kind of cartel because she's lived in Arizona and in Mexico. And she's seen firsthand, like, what they do to, people that wrong them. And usually they send a message. So, if you stole from them, they would cut off your hands. If you snitched, they would cut off your tongue. So, yeah, very gruesome. So, obviously, we don't know all the details on their death. We know that supposedly his pants were kind of down in the back seat. But keep in mind, they were obviously in the car for a few days. So, who knows? It probably looked a lot worse. But still very scary and very tragic that they were in this lifestyle, especially with the baby on the way. And it seems like this lifestyle may have sadly led into the events that happened. Cal says there's a thing as cartel influence, but not necessarily cartels. Yeah, she was actually on speaking with the Pascal show. That lady was kind of talking about that. There's like the cartel, and look, this is way out of my wheelhouse. But yeah, the way she described it is, yeah, there was kind of like the cartel, but then there's kind of on the American side, on the Texas San Antonio, that they're kind of related, but it's different, and they still do very heinous acts. So it's very tragic. Let me get caught up here because we've got some more coming in. Hello, Gene. Donated $4 super sticker. Thank you so much. Hello, Gene. Happy New Year. Natalie says there has to be a third person somewhere. There has to be a third person. Someone threw Utah for the big guy. Yes, I agree. And Miss Boo Bear, that's a great name. Thank you so much for being a member for 2 months now and supporting this channel. Thank you so much. Okay, still got 3,000 in here. That is crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and end this poll here. Actually, I want to start up one more poll. I'm kind of curious here. So I'm going to do one more poll real quick. So I'm going to end this one. 81% says yes, they're going to get caught soon. Let me do one more. Do you think... What do you think is her murders? Cartel. Wait, can I add? All right, give me a second, guys. I have to do it this way. Bear with me for 2 seconds. I'm gonna just replay this footage while I quickly type this thing out just for you guys to see one more time. Just the little details that I pointed out. If you see anything, and let me quickly to do it this way. So stupid. What do you think the motive responsible? Okay. So cartel gang related personal hold on, almost done. Personal courtroom thing, cartel gang related. Oh, I spelled that wrong. What? Related, what? Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, here we go. All right, one more poll. I'm kind of curious to see what you guys got. So, what do you think the motive and, well, really the persons that are responsible, what are they connected to? Sorry, I should have cleared that up, but really curious to see what you guys think here. So, now I just got to get my chat back up here. Just give me a second. Here we go. Really curious to see what you guys think. So yeah, the question is basically, do you think it's gang related, cartel related? Is it personal / is it from the courtroom brawl? Or then the fourth answer is, or fourth option is not sure. Okay, put that up there. Boop. Okay, did that work? Yes, it did. Okay. And we'll look at that poll here in about 5 minutes. The main theory, it was a fake deal to get them alone, extremely personal. The main theory, it was fake deal to get them alone, extremely personal. Interesting. Thank you, Micro Kimmy, for the $10 super sticker, or $10 super chat, I'm sorry. And yeah, maybe. I'm either leaning towards gang related just because he did have that supposed like a bunch of product coming in and he posted it on Telegram, and then that happened to be the day that they were taken. So but when it comes to the cartel stuff, that's definitely kind of a little more out of my wheelhouse. Mystify says maybe he was wearing those pants that fell off because they hang, and either they struggled to search him or remove him and they slid down. I think a lot of people think that may be the case. Yeah, because when you're dealing with dead weight, yeah, if his pants are sagging, definitely possible. Certainly. Bushi, I'm sorry, I can't see that name because it's got some bad stigma to it. Track the matches, description with a video, same address. I think I may know which one you're talking about. I'm still looking into that, Bushit. Yeah. Some people told me the last phone ping, but I don't know because I couldn't verify the source of the last phone ping. We can look at it just for entertainment. But yeah, I have no idea if that's true or not. But thank you so much, Bushit. Yes, canvas and crime. I will look at it now. Chris, can you check on what I believe to see? Okay, what was that you... Okay, let's see if we can see headlights coming in. Oh, where... I lost my chat here. Okay, give me a second, guys. Trying to keep up with chat and everybody. It's a lot when we have 3,000 people. It's just me. And my mods, please show support to my mods. They do an amazing job, especially when we got 3,000 people. Definitely. Okay, so what canvas and crime, and I'm sure a lot of you, if you've studied this, there is some weird lighting going on right here. And so I'm trying to wonder if the lighting is coming for some kind of light source that's in this truck that's shining down. The only thing about headlights coming this way, it's possible, but you would think there would have been something here if there was headlights to the right of us. And to be honest, you don't ever really see them look that way either. I would think they would be kind of... And let's see, is there anything shining on this car as they leave? Nope, just the lights from this. I don't think so, Canvas. I'm thinking, in my opinion, there's some kind of light source that's coming from inside the truck that's reflecting off... Sorry I have this woman pop up. But... yeah, it's weird because there is this bright thing. See, it's bright. It's clearly on the car door. And when she gets out, it changes. So I don't know. With the timing of her getting out and how it changes, like the shadow, my guess is leaning towards it's her shadow blocking and it's causing, what would look like to be some kind of lights coming from the right, off the screen. Now, of course, I don't know 100%. I could be completely wrong. But yeah, that has bothered me. And I'll try to see if I can run some different filters. But there's only so much you can do with this footage. I mean, it's not bad footage for the quality, but if I had the $300 a month program, I could probably do a lot more with it. But if you're only working a couple of cases with that stuff, I don't know if the payout's worth it. Let me see here. Yes, and I was thinking that too. It's glare from the side mirror reflection of the house behind. Ooh. That could be it too. I think it's one of those for sure. Chris, can you line up the lights from the house lines on fences directly to the reflections light movement on car door? Lights from the house lines on the fences. Are you talking about this light source here? Which actually, now that you say that, that light source... Oh my gosh, Lone Pony, you're a genius. I think that light source may be a reflection off this. And if she stood up, her shadow... Because keep in mind, here's the shadow right here. So the shadows are going to the right. Or that, yeah, somewhere that way. So she could be blocking some of this light that's shining down here. And that's what we're getting. I know we're kind of making a big deal out of, really that's not much, but it's something that has bugged me. And I think that could be it. Okay, one more thing. The phone. Let me know. This is what I was given. Does anybody know where I could find the source that we know this is? Give me a second here, guys. 58. This is what I saw pop up on a couple of Twitter and TikTok. Oh, why did that other part go away? Wait a minute. There it is. So let me, I just want to see where this is located to, the Grissom Road thing. So this is located about 5 miles west. This is something I saw on TikTok, and they said his phone last pinged here. Does anybody know where this information come from in chat? Let me know. And there's one thing that's a little interesting that I'll show you guys here in a second. Geneva, thank you so much. Best mods are appreciated. They are amazing. Yeah, he's using the towel to hold the door. He actually wipes it. If you look at it, he wipes it too. But yeah, he is using that towel to handle the door. I think so too. It's either the house or inside the car. That's what I was saying earlier. Yeah, it's one of those, I think. Wayne says, do you have an email? Yes. Okay, so somebody's going to email me something. So this is what the address that I'd seen pop up on a TikTok video. And I could not find any kind of source. Now, yeah, you'll see a bunch of trucks. Don't freak out because, yeah, they're probably have nothing to do with it. But there is one truck that I came across. I'm like, ooh, this is interesting. Oh, did I go the wrong way? Hold on. Hold on. Now, just go back to the house. This way? Yeah, this is this way. So yeah, there's a truck there. There's a truck there. And there just so happens to be this Chevy right here. But this is what I was talking about when it comes to Chevys. Notice, black rims, the black handles, not like the ones, but it's got the same body type. So that's why I was saying, like, there's definitely some unique things. And then look at the emblem. It's the dark emblem. So that's why I was trying to point out all these little details that I could find. Because putting them all together could definitely help, identify the truck, which I wouldn't be surprised if they already know. I'm sure they're probably 10 steps ahead, in my opinion. Tastic's sending me an email as well. Okay. We'll take a couple looks at emails, and then let's see, we started at 5. We'll probably go about 20, 30 minutes tops. It was a Texas limited edition. Interesting. Okay. Let me check my email. I have to pull it off screen, so I don't want to show anybody's email. Uh-oh. All right, my email is running slow right now. What the hell? How's the stream, guys? Let me check my stream. Make sure everything's good. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, this is your Chevy Silverado. Okay. Now, that looks like a two-door Chevy Silverado. Let me save that. Give me just a second, guys. I've got 2 emails. I'm just checking here. Okay. So that's a 2005 King Cab. Okay. And Leslie says, my Silverado has pockets in the door that you can store stuff in its pockets. Maybe it's something, the pocket, they are built in door frame. Mine is in 2005. Okay, interesting. Let me check my junk email. Okay, that's all the emails I see. Jane says, I wonder if... I love that name. Jane says, I wonder if the truck had a bed cover. That's what they said. They said, the only really things that they said was it was a Chevy Silverado, and it appeared to have a bed cover. So it appears to be, but it's kind of hard from that angle. So let me get to the poll real quick here. It's pretty kind of one-sided, really. So a whopping 60% approximately say it's gang-related, which out of all the ones that we have up there, I think I agree with most. 10% say cartel, and then third is personal or the courtroom thing, something personal. So I'm going to go ahead and end that because I think it's pretty clear that most believe it's gang related, but there's still some out there that are kind of on the fence on it. But anyway, yeah, I'd seen a TikTok video mentioning that address, but I could not find a source for it, so I'm really not going to put too much stock into that because that happens with all these cases. You get a lot of misinformation, so you have to be really careful. Let's see if there's anything on Twitter real quick that's just kind of... oh, yep, I recognize that guy. That's a handsome guy. Cinnamon Shogun put out something. Nothing since that. At the top. Oh, what's this say? Nothing really. And then one more time, I still see this one here. This guy, we went over this. I'm sorry, I have to disagree with Crime Sleuth in here. That guy, if you look at that photo, that guy clearly, that guy's tall. Here's that picture. I mean, if you look at it, look, you've got an adult standing, you got 2 adults standing in front of him. You got one right here. He's almost like complete head above her. Look at the people in the background. This guy is a little heavy set, but he's definitely, I don't know how tall, but he appears to be taller than the average height. So I think this guy has nothing to do with it, as far as that goes. So anyway, so what's coming up? Some exciting things coming up. I know Savannah Soto's, it's a big case, and let's hope they, my thoughts, of course, because it's Texas, it's San Antonio. These guys they were already in Mexico by the time word got out, the car was found. But but who knows? Maybe not. But still, hopefully they find him and they get the justice they deserve. It's a 2015 Chevy Silverado. That's what I was looking at. It's like, it looks like it's a 2013. I forget that generation, like 2013, 2018. I don't know if that's the right, somewhere in there. But yeah, I think that's somewhere about what it could be. First one says, I cannot see a young girl driving a car with two bodies. I'm an RA and still wouldn't transport my deceased patients in the morgue. That driver has to be a dude with a ponytail. It certainly could be. I mean, it's just things to point out. Clearly, it's very grainy. There could be many variables, and it could be what is it, pareidolia, where you kind of see things that you. Wayne, let me see. I know you said you were going to send me something. Let me see one more time. Okay, here we go. I got yours, Wayne. Let me see what you said. Oh, I got two. Okay, give me a second. I got two things here. Okay, sign in. Continue. Oh my gosh. What is this music? Get me out of here. Oh, TikTok, you kill me. Okay, Tastic. I'm gonna have to look at that after because it's got some music and I can't. I have to like sign in, which I was just in there. So you say it's a 2013? I think it's a 4-door myself, but other than that, yeah, it looks pretty close. Yeah, now that I'm gonna do a couple experiments and see if I can overlay a couple of trucks. Maybe that might be the next thing to do. But this is what Wayne sent me. Okay, Wayne. Yeah, if you want to do that, that's awesome. Let's see. Did I get it? So this is what Wayne sent in to me. So obviously handles, but what would be this? See what would be glowing though? So we have something glowing here. That's why I think it's a 4-door. Because there's clearly. I mean, you can see it. Oops. You can see them glowing right there. One glow and one glow. And that is right where the handle is at. So that's why, to me, in my opinion, that is a 4-door. Kind of come in and out. But there again, you see them. And then watch where when it opens, that disappears. Watch that light. It'll disappear. This one right here. Boom. It's gone. I think that's the silver handle glaring off the camera. But I could be wrong, but I think it's a 4-door, my opinion. But I think that would be an interesting thing to do is run a couple of different versions and see if we can overlay them and see which kind of matches and what doesn't. Anyway, did I miss? Let me know, chat mods. Did I miss any Venmo or PayPal? With 3,000 people in here, it's gonna be easy to miss somebody's donation or something. Okay. All right. Did I end the poll? Okay, so I ended the poll. So anyway, a couple of things coming up, not involved in this case. We got January. What is it? Let me look at it real quick because we got some huge things coming. Not just this case, but for Delphi. Oh gosh, if I can spell. Delphi Supreme Court hearing in January. What is it? January 18th. So, January 18th. This is going to be huge. Live streamed. This is going to be wild. This is going to... I'm sure there's quite a bit of you in here that follow this case. This Delphi case. They're going to be live streaming this. This is going to be huge because this is going to determine whether they're going to get rid of the judge, Judge Goal, and whether they're going to get... if they're going to get rid of Judge Goal, also get the prior defense team back, Baldwin and Rosie. And then also, I think out of all of them, the biggest is set a trial within 70 days, I believe. So, that is going to be interesting. But the fact that it's live stream and it's a Supreme Court hearing, that's going to be a huge day. So, definitely count us being live that day. But of course, we'll keep our eyes on this. And if you have any tips and stuff, email me or leave it down in the chat. Yep, I see you, Chris, Kimmy. Yeah, what I try to do, I know a lot of creators, they have their own way of doing things. I try to let them build up a little bit, and then I get to them together, because I hate just stopping the show every 2 seconds, or whenever it comes in, and then I just feel better grouping them. I know everybody does it differently, so but I appreciate all the support and your insight. It has become very unsafe to be a short, rounded fella in San Antonio. So just from that statement, it reminds me of the Guy Butito case. Remember the people that thought they saw Brian Laundrie? Every bald white guy was getting crap. Yeah, so yeah, that's where like social media and the armchair detectives get it's a double-edged sword, where there's could be a lot of good that comes out of it, and then there's the negative side where there's people that take it way too far. People are putting every single one they see on blast in social media. That's why I don't really tap into that much, especially in this case, because I've already seen how much these accusations and stuff. That's why I really stick with the security footage, the evidence, that's what we try to do on this. We still speculate, of course, but that's what we focus on this channel. Trust that law enforcement doesn't need that much help. I'm sure they probably know who, what, where. I'm sure they have quite a bit. They just need that time to put it all together. But thank you so much, Micro Kimmy. I completely agree 100%. But yes, if you super chat, just like I said, I always try to let them build up a little bit, so I'm not stopping the show every 2 seconds, because everybody has their way to do it. I think that works the best. Okay, I will check it out, Wayne. I'm going to probably finish up, but I will definitely take a look at it. And I'm going to take some different Chevy Silverados and overlay them, especially we'll try to see if we can kind of, the debate between the 2 and 4-door, see if we can try to get that settled, So, but anyways, again, I hope you guys had a safe, happy New Year's Eve and a wonderful New Year. Happy and healthy New Year. And thank you so much for the amazing support. We had 3,000 people in here. That's so awesome. Wish I had a bigger show put together. I really was just going to do like a 45-minute hour show, but I kind of stretched out a little longer than that. So, Yeah, I think law enforcement knows, but if they went across the border, then they're probably having to work with multiple agencies, and so it may take some time for sure. Thank you so much, Michael, Kimmy. Quick shout out to all my wonderful mods: Jennifer, Copper, Jocelyn, Dee, Karen, Michaela. They do such an amazing job, and I will be getting with you guys, mods, because it's the beginning of the year, and start sending out those specialized mugs or merch for the mods that I made. So super excited for that. Anyway, I think very sweet of you. Anyway, I thought I saw there was something I was gonna show, but anyway, thank you guys. I wish I could get to everybody's comment, but I'm only one person, so thank you guys again. If you donated Venmo or PayPal, thank you so much. I was trying to look, but I didn't see anything. But if you did, thank you, and I'll thank you in the next live show. So with that, we will be back on Wednesday. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Much love to you guys, and we're going to go ahead and play our outro here.